I know for a fact which balcony it was. It's grown mythical in my mind, the balcony onto which he invited me, where he first kissed me, though I can't actually remember the first kiss. But I remember the thrill of him wanting me to go out there with him. First floor, overlooking the park, leaves, plane trees. A very London balcony, as seen on the first floors of many handsome white stucco London houses of the mid-19th century. It was our mutual friend Emma's party, in a first-floor sitting room with long windows. We were 22, 23, at the stage where you go to parties in flocks, losing and gaining companions in the course of the night. I recall it being crowded, glamorous, noisy. I recall my little thrill at the sight of him. I'd met him before. The first time was on a staircase in an Oxford college in 1976. We were going in, and he was coming out. We was me, my childhood friend Tallulah, and her calm, amiable law student boyfriend Simon, who we were visiting, and whose new friend Robert was. I, a born, bred and dedicated Londoner, had never met a northerner before, never heard gravelly basso profundo Wigan profanities coming out of a skinny whiplash chips and lemonade body. An old cricket blazer of some kind hung off him, clearly not his. He had that romantic demeanour of consumptive turn-of-the-century sleeplessness and intense energy, what my father called pale and interesting. I was more pink and interested. Robert was gorgeous, incandescent, and leaving. He may return. Please return, was my only thought. He did return. He was at an upright piano between two windows, playing Chopin, Debussy. People piped down. Girls were leaning over him. With my usual instinct to avoid what was attracting me, I went to the other end of the room and stood looking cross with my back to the wall. Oh, I knew how to let a chap know I liked the cut of his jib. And I listened. As someone said years later, it was different when Robert played. It was. He was mesmerising. And he knew it. And he used it. And he was not comfortable with it. People talked about him. He'd won his place to read music at Magdalen from Wigan Comprehensive, formerly Wigan Grammar, at the age of 16. I, a day older than him, had only just passed my O-levels. By 17 he was a Demai, a half-fellow. This is a form of scholarship for poor scholars of good morals and dispositions fully equipped for study. Previous incumbents included Oscar Wilde and Lawrence of Arabia. By his third year he was teaching the first years, and he graduated at 19 with a double first, twice as good as the normal and tragically insubstantial single first, which was clearly not good enough for him. He'd got D's in his other two A-levels, French and German, and had massive streaks of ignorance about everyday subjects. Two highly knowledgeable musicians recently, and separately, mistook a tape of the young Robert playing for Arthur Rubinstein. Child prodigy, massive overachiever, cultural cliché, chippy northerner, workaholic artist, all of the above. "There's no fucking freaks on Maya, Paul," he said. There was a song he used to sing. "We're dirty and we're smelly, we come from schools and welly, we can't afford a telly, we're Wigan Rugby League, diddly-dum, oi, oi." He'd do it in broad Wigan, "we come from schools and welly," or, for variety, in a posh southern actor-y manner, "we come from scales and welly, we can't afford a telly." Alongside his exceptional ability on the piano, it made an amusingly ambiguous impression. No Brit is left untouched by the terrible four: class, geography, money, education. And there was an assumption among Oxbridge undergraduates at that time that Northern equals working class. The niceties of rough versus respectable working class, or respectable working class v lower middle class, were pretty irrelevant in that world. It all counted as not posh. Sometimes, when posh people realised Robert wasn't entirely working class, they would say he pretended to be and resent him for it, when in fact it had been their presumption in the first place. Once, for a week, he made a conscious effort to get rid of his accent. Then he realised people noticed him because of it, and that as long as he could put up with the mockery, it was actually an advantage. People whose class is unexpected can get away with things. They can be seen by the class they're arriving in as somehow superior, gifted with knowledge from the other side. It can work well for intelligent, socially mobile working-class boys. Their strangeness confers a powerful status, which in turn contributes to the anxiety of the uprooted, those who, by being socially mobile, become psychologically divided.